The main struggle for me and why I can't like go into school some days is because I'm neurodivergent. So a lot of like struggles in school come like from that. When I can't go into school, I normally feel quite like disappointed in myself. Like although it's not my fault, I'm like, oh, I feel a bit guilty. Like, oh, I should have been able to come in. Um, Things that could help would probably be like making adjustments to the day, or just letting teachers know that I have struggled to come in, and then hopefully they can like support me with that in school. And I don't really feel like there's a lot of support about that in schools at all. Like from my experience, I don't think there's any support about attendance. In fact, there's more like you get told off more for having no attendance, then they don't look into why. They just like, oh, well, you've got no attendance. It's really low. Like, what's that about? And they don't really, there's no support at all.
Okay, so I'm here with Connor, who is 15 and was first experiencing school attendance difficulties in year 4 and has struggled to attend school since then. So Connor, what was your experience when things were really difficult for you back then?
I feel I wasn't supported at all, and a lot of the teachers just aren't educated enough. So I ended up getting excluded. I was not allowed on trips, treated badly, and this caused a lot of trauma for me.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Connor. So what do you think could have been done better? What would have helped you back then?
Well, I think teachers could be taught and be more understanding of my autism, and I shouldn't be being punished for something that's completely out of my control.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think there's enough support for families and children now who have attendance difficulties?
No, in fact, it's the complete opposite. They're punishing families when really they should be supported, and families are being fined for children not attending school when it's the point where they need support.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing, Connor. Okay, if you could just tell us what your name is and how old you are.
My name's Anna and I'm 16.
And what are or have been the barriers for you attending school?
A lack of support being put in place in school and in transport to school.
Thank you. And how does it feel when you're unable to attend school?
It feels really overwhelming because I know that when I get back into school I'm going to be really behind in all of the topics in my classes.
And what do you think would help you attend when things are difficult?
Support actually being put in place like right from the start, not when I can't attend school anymore, and like support like a one-to-one and being checked on rather than like being made to feel really ashamed for not attending school.
Absolutely. And do you feel there is enough support for children and their families who find attendance difficult at the moment?
No, I think that families and children are like disregarded and put down as like naughty and like just choosing not to come into school rather than being supported.
Thank you. Okay, if you can just tell me your name and how old you are.
My full name or like?
You can just give me your first name,
Okay.
That's fine.
Grace. I'm
Okay.
14.
Grace, thank you. And what are or have been barriers for you attending school?
I think, I don't know.
What do you think made it difficult for you in school?
I think in school I was burning myself out quite a lot because like I was trying to like sort of balance like the social aspect as well as like the like academic aspect. So like I was trying to like socialize in a way that like I deemed like acceptable, but like that was sort of like wearing me out, so I couldn't really focus on like the academic side, and I would get behind and then like I'd have like panic attacks about like missing homework and things like that, and like I'd get like detentions for missing homework and things
So
like
it was
that.
a lot for you to deal with. And how did it feel when you were unable to attend school, when you were staying at home?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
That's fine. What would have helped you, do you think, to be able to attend when things were difficult? Is there anything people could have done better for you?
I'm not sure, because I think that if the things that we tried, like doing like a part-time timetable and like the ASD hub and things like that, if we had tried those, I think like a year earlier when I started leaving, like when I started not going into school, then I think that they could have worked. But I think because we were like sort of just like threatened like of being fined or like just like having like isolations. Like I think because we just like were threatened with punishments, like I sort of like got like too overwhelmed being like near school.
Yeah, so
Like,
earlier help would have been a lot better for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And do you feel that there's enough support for children and their families who've got school attendance difficulties?
No.
No. And I think that sums it up what you've said there, really, that
Yeah.
you didn't have that support early on. But thank you so much for sharing. That's a really brave thing to do, to help others to understand. Thank you, Grace. Okay, if you can just tell me your name and your age.
Rosie, 14.
And so what are or have been barriers for you attending school?
The teachers,
Yeah.
because they don't like me very much.
What gives you that impression that they don't like you?
Well, they say I shouldn't be in learning support at all.
Right.
And they say I shouldn't eat because they won't let me go first, so I won't eat.
Okay. So going first for your dinner was something that was important to you and you weren't allowed to do that?
Yes, I won't eat.
Okay. And how did it make you feel when you weren't able to go into school?
Happy.
You felt better at home?
Yes.
Okay. And what would have helped you to attend when things were difficult if somebody had supported you at that time?
Having teachers that actually let me go into learning sport and eat food first and not have as many people all around me.
Do you think that the teachers understood your needs then?
No.
No. So I think if you had somebody that understood, perhaps that would have helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel there is enough support for children and their families who have school attendance difficulties?
No.
No. Okay, thank you, Rosie.
Go to school. It's really sort of easy. Then can you tell me why I feel so queasy? It's all in your head. That's what they would have said. Why would I feel like this then for so long? In school time does stand still, so still in fact the boredom could kill. Yet they still say it's just 6 hours. I swear school air is too hot, cold, thick or thin. Sometimes all four just hit your skin. Yet they act like it's a breeze in a field of flowers. This sums it up with a bit more. Oh, and stay off for more than one day against the law. But if you do, they need all the details. What for? You have to be there, even in snow. I really don't like it. Please don't make me go. Schools can help. It might take a while. In the meantime, just put on a fake smile. Don't worry too much. You should get through. A few weeks till summer. Really, just a few. But very quickly, 6 weeks will pass. School is tomorrow, you say with a gasp. They've helped you now, don't you worry. First day at school, get it over in a hurry. First day is over, it went sort of quick. And all that morning you still felt sick. Don't worry, things will work out. There will always be people to help you throughout. You just have to ask for help when you need. It is still school, you have to write and read. Considering schools, do you want students to be hateful? You don't. Then read this poem, and many will be grateful.